link to this to this team, and also link to WhatsApp group. Okay, so that is how I communicate with you guys. Okay, either through Teams or through WhatsApp group, and also make full use or full advantage of the VLE, because through VLE I'll put in the extra reading materials that you can use. Okay, I know that some of you are not legal background. So you are all business background, right? After this, I'm going to ask you, you guys one by one, what is your field of expertise and all that. But I'm sure none of you are from legal background. So one thing is I going to make this law subject as simple as possible. Okay, because although I'm from legal background, okay, legal background, but I'm more inclined to business. Means now my PhD, I got my first degree from Law School. Then I have Masters of Law. Then I do my MBAs, and now my PhD is on marketing, on consumer behavior. So I'm more inclined to management. I'm more to business, and from my interaction with non-legal background person, uh, learning about the law is quite terrifying experience, right? You heard about you need to remember all these cases, you need to remember all those sections. Well, although we're going to learn about the sections, although we're going to talk about the legal cases, but put it in as minimum as possible. I try to explain it in a language that normal people can understand. Okay, you know that legal language is like only for aliens. All right, we are not aliens, we are human beings. So I put it in the human being language, right? Something that you can understand. So if I may ask, okay, if I may ask, can I know your legal your background, your kind of expertise? Maybe we can start one by one. Who no, Ahmad Yusuf, Abdul Rahim, is it Abdul Rahman? Who is Ahmad Yusuf?
I'm Ahmed Yusuf, sir.
Can you switch on your camera, please?
Can you speak on your camera, please?
Yes.
My name is Ahmed Yusuf Abdurrahman.
Yes.
I'm from Somalia.
Yes.
I'm MBA entrepreneurship. I've been in Malaysia since 2014. My degree, I graduated University of Malaysia, UUM, Bachelor of International Business Management with honors, IBM.
You're working with IBM right now?
Last year, no experience.
All right. Okay, no experience in legal whatsoever.
Yeah.
Your background is what? Your first degree in what?
International Business Management.
International Business Management. All right. But I'm sure during your business study you have learned about something about business law, commercial law.
I take business law.
All right. But it's in Somalia, is it? Your first degree?
No. University of Malaysia.
Oh, University of Malaysia. Where? Which university?
University Utara Malaysia, UUM, Kedah.
Damn. Okay. So you've been here for like
Sintok.
since eternity.
Sintok.
You're like Malaysian already. Right. Elia Mashiha. Who is Elia Mashiha? I saw your name here, Elia Mashiha. Yeah, Elia.
Hello. Hi. I'm Elia. I think before this, I used to go to your class, but I wrong class.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you are the one. Okay, I remember you. Okay.
So basically, before this I'm taking advertising design. Like you say, I'm a marketer, marketing. I think that's all about me.
Advertising design
Advertising design. From MMU.
from MMU.
Uh-huh.
So you know how to do the visual design and all that.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
I may need your help. I contact you later. I need your help to do something, some design. Like that. Of course, I'm going to pay you. No, that yeah, no, no. I'm not going to get it for free. You know, of course, some people need to be paid. Mega Robin, is it?
Sorry.
Mega.
Hello.
Hi, Ruben.
So,
How do I start your Ruben?
echoing on my end.
Ruben, where are you? Okay, Bill. Yeah, Ruben. Yes. Ruben, you're still in mute.
Sorry. So, what's going on here is that,
So, is it?
yeah. So
Yeah.
we
So,
okay. Good
jaga
evening, everyone.
at the same time.
No, the reason is that some of us actually we're in the class right now.
Huh? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we didn't receive any information that this class is going to be online based class.
Uh-huh.
So yes, okay. Let me introduce myself first. This is MBA for me also, when you for business work. So my background is actually from cybersecurity.
Okay, all right. So, cybersecurity, I think you are quite familiar with all the laws.
I'm actually on cyber
Right?
law and also criminal law when I was doing a bachelor degree.
All right. Cool, cool. So, law is not something intimidating for you lah.
If you ask me to memorize the codes of law, it might be difficult for me to.
You and I both. All right.
Yeah.
All right. But
So
on the
I'll be passing my laptop to everyone else, so you can just get to them.
okay. Firstly, I would like is everyone is online right now in class?
Everyone online. We managed to online right through this the smart board.
All right. Cool. Cool. All right. This is the wonders of technology. All
Yeah.
right. For the rest of you, okay. Um, I I apologize for this confusion. Because I thought that I already put the link in the VLE. Then I just assume that everyone is looking or browsing their VLE before coming to the class, and you will see that the link for the Microsoft team. But never mind, it's the first class. So for next week, okay, next week, you guys can access this class online. You can be anywhere, everywhere, right? Because as I said, 21 of you cannot fit in one class without social distancing. Right? Okay. So that is my main priority lah, because I don't think I can fit in 21 student um with the social distancing in that class. But I think now only few of you there should be okay. But you can attend this class from the class. Okay, no problem. Okay, because as long as you attend the class. Right, cool. All right, then let's move on to Muhammad Hirwan.
Sorry, doctor. But
Yes.
in my VLE, there is nothing uploaded about media, apa ni, corporate law.
Oh, you don't have corporate law in your VLE.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a problem not only for you. It also happened to the undergrad student,
Okay.
whereby they have in their schedule
Mm-hmm.
they have corporate law, but VLE do not have corporate law subject.
Yep.
So I think there's something wrong with the system. So Elia, is it Elia?
Yes.
Okay. So I need to take it up with IT.
Okay.
Okay. So but in your schedule, you have corporate law.
Yes.
All right. So I need to take up with IT.
Okay. Thank you, doctor.
All right. Wait. Before we go further, I'm still doing my PhD in marketing. So I'm not a doctor. I'm still a patient. I'm definitely not a professor. All right. Do I look like a professor? No, right? Still young.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So professor for old people. Uh, Muhammad Hirwan, where are you?
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Okay, my name is Muhammad Hirwan bin Usman.
Yes.
I am 34 years old. Okay, my first certificate is a skill certificate in building technology level 3
Alright.
at IKBN college in Pontian.
All right.
Okay, after that I working almost 7 years in construction and properties as site supervisor.
All right.
Okay, almost 7 years. Okay, and then I continue in my first degree at Indonesia.
Okay.
I take my course is Sharia Economy.
All right.
Okay, and then I in here I take the MBA.
Oh, okay. So you are first in your construction line,
Yeah.
and you do
Then
economics.
then I do the economics in Sharia Economy
All right.
at Indonesia, the Ibnu Khaldun University.
All right. Cool.
And then
I
I continue in MBA right
I
now.
was amazed for those who are taking economics, finance, because you can count. Okay, you can count. I can't. Okay, that's why first my first degree law, then marketing, that. I avoid all those calculation subject.
Yeah, I also feel the all subject I take is all related, I think, because I can move on. I can learn more about the MBAE
Oh, okay.
because
Cool.
I thought this is related,
Okay.
all related. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Cool. Muhammad Amirul Afiq. Muhammad Amirul Afiq. Not here? Yes, Muhammad Amirul.
I think it's on mute.
It's on mute. Okay. You know what? I think we
Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Hi, sir. Good evening.
Evening.
And Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
So, my name is Muhammad Amrafi bin Jari. I am 27 years old. So, basically, I'm just recently graduated from UniCalBis. Before this, I'm taking international business. I have 3 years of working experiences in aviation industry. So, basically, I've become a ground captain. I used to be in flying NAS.
Right.
Then prior to that, I working as a ground operation officer in Bit Fireflies.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so that's all about me.
All right, cool. So, Muhammad Amirul.
Yeah, you can call me Hafiz, sir.
Okay, Hafiz. Okay, if you from IB here,
Yeah.
so this corporate law is some sort like your business law that you learned before during your undergrads.
I
You just
see.
need to learn more about antitrust, then some intellectual property element in corporate law for this MBA.
Sir,
Okay. Yes.
a quick question.
Yes. Sure.
So basically, in final exam, when I taking business law in undergraduate, so we are allowed to bring our books, the act, actually the law books in the hall. So I just wanna ask if we can do the same in master
Level.
degree. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to touch about the assessment later. But to answer your question, yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
All right, cool. Nur Amira Shasha. Who is Nur Amira Shasha?
I'm sorry, sir. She's struggling, and can she introduce herself after she arrived?
Cool. Then Nur Lina.
That's me.
Oh, that's you.
Okay.
Okay, Nur Lina. Tell me about yourself.
My name is Novina. You can call me Lina.
Okay.
I majored in international business during my diploma and degree,
All right.
and I'm doing full-time MBA.
Okay. So your first degree in what discipline? Your first degree.
I'm doing first degree international business.
Are you from UniKL Business School as well?
Yes.
Okay, welcome back. Welcome back. All right, Nurul
Thank
Azida.
you, sir.
Nurul Azida. Yeah, Nurul Azida. Tell me about yourself.
Hi, Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
My name is Nurul Azida. Can call me Nurul. Previously, I'm graduated from in diploma and bachelor in business management. And previously, my degree on UniKL Business School, BBA ME.
Me. So cool. Meaning business law and corporate law is more or less the same. So it won't be something new to you. Right. Nurul Ain Salwa. Yes. I barely hear you. I cannot see you.
Can you?
Ah.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. My name is Nurul Ain Salwa. You can call me Ain. Previously, I working as a procurement executive for 3 years in Malakoff Corporation, Berhad. So this is my first time of doing MBA.
Of course. I think most of them are first time as well. All right. Your first degree is in what field?
I major in business in management and entrepreneur.
From?
From UniKL.
From UniKL as well?
Yes.
All right. There's a lot of alumni here. Okay. All right. Thanks. Next is I think Putri Nur Hassana, is it? From my list.
Yes.
Yes, Putri.
Hi.
Hi.
My name is Putri. My name is Putri Nosana Shaira Zamuddin. You can call me Putri. So it's been a while since I last learned law because I took business law during my diploma.
Okay.
And then during degree, we can transfer credit, right?
Yes.
So now I'm currently working as a HR coordinator at Ernst & Young.
Oh, your background is what? Accounting?
IB.
International business.
But I'm doing HR.
Oh, okay. You're from UniKL as well?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Next is Safarina. Yes, Safarina. Safarina, I can't hear you. I think you're on mute, is it? Is it? Something wrong with your mic. Yeah. Oh, I can't hear you. Okay. I think never mind. Maybe something wrong with your mic, you know that. Okay, Shazwan Hamizan. Shazwan?
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, do you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. Evening. My name is Shazwan Hamzan. You can call me Shaz.
Yes, Shaz.
And I have a bachelor in finance, Islamic finance.
From?
And from UniKL as well.
Okay.
And I'm turning 24. I work part-time now. I provide handy services like drillings, mountings, assembles, installations.
Okay.
Especially to houses. And that's pretty much it.
All right. Okay. So when you okay, that would be a general question. Tamir. Tamir, you're on mute. You have to unmute.
Yes, sorry, yeah. Assalamu alaikum, my name is Tamer. I am from Egypt. I come from a medical background. I graduated from medical school in Egypt in 2003. And then I studied hospital management in the American university we have in Egypt. And then I was working as part of the management team in hospital in Egypt before moving to Malaysia to do my MBA entrepreneurship.
All right.
Yeah.
So
that's
why
my background.
do MBA from medic to MBA?
Because I am interested in the executive part of the healthcare services rather than staying in a clinic. So my degree from the American University in Egypt was just a professional postgraduate diploma in hospital management, but it was not a master degree. So that's why I chose to go one level up and do a master degree.
Okay, cool.
So I don't have any background, the legal background. So this will be very exciting and interesting subject.
Yeah, sure.
And there's also I have like one point that there is actually a conflict I have in my schedule because I have another subject from the first semester, and I'm not sure yet if I will be allowed to continue doing the corporate law in this semester or not. Inshallah, I will try to fix this as soon as possible because the other subject we only have like few students. I will try to like maybe I don't know if it's possible to switch it to another day so I can inshallah do both. Bismillah.
Sure, you talk to IPS, yeah?
Yes, I will. Inshallah.
Right. Okay, Umi Syuhada. That's fine. Umi Syuhada.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Umi Syuhada Asmir. I am 25 years old. I am currently a graphic designer. I work in Puchong. Yeah, that's it.
Your first degree?
First degree in Semyong University. Bachelor in visual design.
Visual design as well?
Yes.
Oh, ada dua ya saya boleh guna. Alright, cool. Okay, ni Syuhada, Ilya. Alright, I'll contact you guys after this. Alright, guys. Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Shahrin Hashim. You just can call me Shahrin, no problem. Okay, no need to Mr. Sir, that. You can just call me Shahrin. My academic background, my first degree is a Bachelor of Law from University of Malaya. Then I work with the bank, Maybank, CIMB Investment, what is SCOMI, Berhad, all in as a legal counsel, okay, in-house legal counsel. Then I practice as a lawyer. Then after for a few years, in between, I did my Masters of Law and also my Masters in Business Administration. Okay, my Masters of Law from UM as well, and my MBA from UiTM. Now I'm doing my PhD in marketing. Well, I started teaching in 2012. Okay, 2012 up until now. So that is my academic and working background. Okay. You have anything to ask before I proceed with the subject, the introduction about the subject? and the assessment, you know that. Do you have any question? Okay. Since this is online classes, okay, I was in Geni campus just now, from morning until, I think, until 4 o'clock. Then since this is online class, then 4 o'clock I went back. So for those who are working, okay, you can access this class, online class, through from your office. So you don't need to rush from your office to Geni campus. Okay, and those who are working from home, then it's okay lah. Then you just 6 o'clock, you just open the online class. Unless you wanted to be in Geni campus, then you come to Geni campus. Okay, but if you don't want, also can. Meaning for Wednesday, you just access this class from anywhere you want. Okay, even if you're on vacation, you are at the beach, you know, enjoying your vacation, then 6 o'clock you switch on for the online class, no problem. Since this class started from 6, okay, I would understand, and 6 o'clock is not the right time to learn anything. Okay, 6 o'clock is a time for you to relax, to wind down, let your hair down. So I will not push it. Okay, I will not push it. So usually my class is from 6 to 7:30. The most is 8 o'clock. All right, I would push it to 3 hours because it's quite tiring. Okay, 6 o'clock, 6 to 9. Definitely is not the right time to learn anything lah. More so about law. Okay, if you got insomnia, go and read the law books. Then you can sleep. Okay, to learn law is not to say boring, but it's quite dry subject. It's quite mundane. It means it's monotonous. Okay, monotonous. But then I try to minimize the impact. Okay, so the most that we're going to learn to have classes around 1 hour and 1.5 hours to 2 hours. Okay, and then you can enjoy the rest of your evening. Right, for corporate law, okay, corporate law, the assessment is 60-40, meaning 60% is your coursework and 40% is the final exam. Let me talk about the coursework first. Since this class is online during the MCO, RMCO, and all that, so you're going to be assessed. Not there won't be any group work, okay? Because it's very hard for you to do group work when you are in so many places. So you're going to be assessed one by one is midterm. Okay, midterm, 20% midterm. And then another 20% is the individual assignment. And another 20% is for your quizzes. So that amounts to 60%. All right. And then 40% in your final exam. So the only time that we're going to be together may be during your midterm and also your final exam. All right. So I'll put in. Okay. Okay, I'll put in the question for individual assignment and also the assignment, also the lesson plan sometime this week. Okay, sometime this week I'll put in the individual assignment. Then you can start preparing for your assignment, you know that. So and also you can look at the lesson plan, okay, in your VLE to so you know what you're going to learn. All right. So any question about your individual is there question about your coursework?
Can I ask if the midterm will be online exam or will be on campus exam?
Okay. I've been thinking Okay, I still thinking about it, but maybe I'm going to do a physical exam in the class. Okay, because uh, well, it's either we do it online or physical. I have not decided, but most probably going to be physical, meaning in class for
Can we
the.
have it? Can we have it online? Is it possible or no?
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. It's up to you guys. If you guys wanted to have online, then it should be okay. All right.
I think yes. Yeah.
All right.
If possible, yes.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Right. Any other questions about your coursework? All right. No. Okay. For your final exam, um, your final exam going to be in 2021, right? So I still do not have any instruction about your final exam, whether it's going to be physical or is it going to be online. Because the instruction from the ministry is everything until December going to be online, but we do not have any instruction for next year. So whether it's going to be physical or online, I'm still waiting for the instruction. But whatever it is, okay, you are allowed to bring in or to refer to your act, okay, to your legislation and all that. So it's going to be if it's online, then meaning you can refer to your act and all that. Even if it is physical, you can bring in your act, meaning the law with you. Okay. Then later on I will explain to you what is the meaning of act. Okay. Act of law. Only you can bring in the act of law. You cannot bring the textbook. Okay. Right. Any other question about your final exam apart from the question? Any question? No?
I don't think so.
All right, don't have question. All right. Can you open your VLE right now? And can you download well the first topic, okay? The first topic the sources of laws. Okay, you open your VLE. Okay, you look at Introduction to the Malaysian Legal System. Then you will see in that topic a PowerPoint slide presentation with the title of Sources of Laws. You got it? All right. Okay, everyone ready? Okay. Now, basically, when we talk about the law, what is your first impression or what come to your mind the moment I talk when I tell you the word law? What the first thing come to your mind?
Regulation,
Regulations.
things that we should
Yep.
adhere.
Regulations. What else? Pardon me? What else? Regulations. What else? Think
The set
about
of rules that everyone has to abide with.
something that you need to abide with. Yes. Let's take about an example. Your road traffic rules. Okay. If you go to, let's say you're driving. Okay, you're driving, then you see the red lights. Then what you need to do? You need to stop, right? You need to stop. Green, then you can go. Correct? So that is the simplest form of the law. Okay, Road Traffic Act is a simplest form of the law. So what happens if you do not abide with the law? Meaning you go, you see the red light, but you still drive. What will happen?
Probably an accident.
Accident, right? But
You're gonna get fined?
yes, but you're going to be fined. There's some sort of punishment, right?
Yes.
Yes. What's the problem there? Ruben, any problem, Ruben?
No, I was unable to open the file just.
Oh, now you got the file already.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Now, so the law, okay, the simple definition of the law is it is a set of regulation, okay, a set of rules and regulation which meant for a group of human, okay, because the law is only meant for human, right? So it's a set of rules and regulation meant to govern a group of human, and if there is an infringement of that rules and regulation, there will be punishment. So the criteria of the law is it is a set of regulation for a group of people. Then if you breach that regulation, there will be punishment. Meaning just now, if you break the Road Traffic Act, all right, you infringe the red light, then you're going to be fined. There will be compound, correct? You get summons. So that summons, compound, fines, all punishment. Okay, so that is the a loose definition of the law. Okay, whatever law it is, either the Malaysian law, whether the international law, or is it the URR, the University Rules and Regulations of UniKL, is also a form of the law. All right, and even the administration have laws, or what we call administrative laws. Okay, so why? Because it conform with that criteria, right? It is a set of regulation. It meant to regulate a certain group of people, and if you breach the law, then there is a punishment. All right, so so whatever that conform with that criteria, we can call it a law. So when we talk about corporate law, okay, when we talk about corporate law, we are talking about the law which relevant to business, law which related to companies. Why? Because those who are do business is companies. Companies are doing the business. All right. So whether you see the word corporate law, you see the word business law, you see the word commercial law, basically they are talking about the same thing. Okay, more or less they're talking about the same thing. Talking about the law which regulates how you supposed to conduct your law, supposed to conduct your business. Okay,
Yeah.
anything which relevant to the business.
So I'm sorry to interrupt. Just a quick question, sir.
Sure.
So for our corporate law, especially, are we obligating with the federal constitutions?
Yes. For the first for the first topic, when we talk about the Malaysian legal system, the first thing we're going to talk about is the federal constitution. But we're not going to dive very deep on federal constitution, because federal constitution is something that you need to know, because it's the sources of law. That's the where you can there's federal constitution is the highest law of the land. All laws, Road Traffic Act, the Anti-Defamation Act, the Companies Act, the Contract Act, is all coming from that federal constitution. So we need to learn something little bit about federal constitution. All right. And what is the criteria for the constitution? And then we're going to trickle down to all this company law, contract act, and all that. Okay. But don't worry, I'm not going to turn you into constitutional lawyers. Okay. It's just we're going to just scratch the surface of the constitutional law. All right, Robert, have I answered your question? Ruben?
Yes, sir.
All right. Cool. Now, if you go to the next slide, okay, talking about sources of laws. Okay, sources of laws. Meaning to say, before we learn about the Contract Act, before we learn about Companies Act and all that, we need to know where all this law come from. Okay, where all this law come from. Okay, so laws can be demarcated or can be classified into two main categories, written and unwritten. All right. So, but then the terminology of written and unwritten is quite what I call quite confusing. It's quite it may not be correctly classified. Why? Because, for example, the unwritten law, it doesn't mean that it is not written. It is written somewhere. But when we talk about written and unwritten law, we're talking about the criteria or the time for the law to take into effect. For example, our Malaysian Federal Constitution is a written law. Why? Because it's there, okay, it's written. One thing is written. Secondly, it takes some sort like the time to come up with the law is quite fast. Okay, meaning maybe like 1 or 2 months, then you can come up with that constitution. Then you can come up with the law. So basically, when we talk about written and unwritten law, we are talking about the duration. Okay, the duration for you to come up with that law. For example, like Companies Act, for example. Okay, Companies Act 2016. How do you derive to that law? Is you table the bill in the parliament, you go for a few rounds of debates, and voila, you get the law. Okay, Companies Act 2016. But unwritten law, okay, like the English common law, is an unwritten law because it takes hundred of years to develop. Okay, so basically, when we talk about written and unwritten law, it's not about whether it is written or not. Okay, the way we classify written and unwritten law, it depends on the duration for you to come up with the law. Okay, so the keyword here is the duration. Okay, not on whether it is in physical or non-physical law. Right. Any question? Any question? Does it make sense to you? Does it make sense?
The time frame, like we have like an average for the unwritten and written, maybe 1-2 months or 1-2 years or a couple of years, or there's no time frame for it.
There's no time frame.
Okay.
For example, like Companies Act 2016, for example, it's been back and forth in the parliament, I think around 1 or 2 years before they enacted the law. But for like English common law, okay, English common law, they're still developing from hundred of years until now, and still developing. Okay, so that is unwritten law. Okay, when we talk about English common law, that is one of the form of unwritten law. Another form of unwritten law is the custom. Okay, the custom means the like, for example, like the Malay custom. All right, or in Malay what we call adat. Okay, the custom, local custom. It takes hundred of years to develop a custom. Another form of unwritten law is, well, this one you may argue, okay, is subject to argument, is the Islamic law, okay, because Islamic law, it takes hundred of years, thousand of years to develop and still developing right now. So you may argue that, Sharin, Islamic law is there all in the Quran and the Hadith, so it must be written law. Okay, you are right in some sense. That argument may be correct at one sense, but we cannot deny that Islamic law also developed according to the time. For example, like previously, we in thousands of years before, we may not have Islamic banking law, for example. So Islamic banking law is only developed currently, right? So that Islamic law is still progressing, okay, still developing. So we say that Islamic law is also unwritten law. Right. Now, little bit of history. Okay, little bit of history. Malaysia, okay, Malaysia is a federal country. Why Malaysia is a federal country? Because it's a combination of 13 states. Okay, 13 independent states come together to form a federation. Okay, but Amira binti Kasim. Amira. Where is Amira?
Yes,
Where are
sir.
you, Amira?
Yes, sir.
Turn on your camera.
Wait, sir.
And I'll wait for you. Amira, you in the highway or not? Amira.
Yes, sir.
How many states are there in Malaysia?
Sorry?
How many states are there in Malaysia?
Think 10. 22.
10? Are you sure there are 10 states in Malaysia?
30.
13? 13 or 14?
14.
Why 14?
13 or 14, I think.
You cannot think. If I ask Ahmad Yusof Abdul Rahman, he can answer. How?
14, sir.
Okay, what are the 14?
You want me to
This down, yes.
this now. Selangor,
Uh-huh.
Malacca,
Uh-huh.
Kuala Lumpur,
Huh?
Perak,
Uh-huh.
Putrajaya,
Petaling Jaya.
Pahang, sorry.
Oh, Pahang. Okay. And yeah, okay. I heard it you wrongly. I heard Petaling Jaya.
Sabah Sarawak.
Sabah, Sarawak, Johor, Melaka ni 9. But from your list, you said Kuala Lumpur. Are you sure Kuala Lumpur is a state?
Yeah, I think so. No.
Then why don't you include Labuan, Putrajaya?
I said Putrajaya already, sir.
Putrajaya lah, not Kuala Lumpur.
Capital city.
We test another one. Nur Amira Shasha. Nur Amira Shasha, where are you? Nur Amira Shasha.
Yes, sir, I'm here.
Okay, where are you, Nur Amira Shasha? Open your switch on your camera.
Hello.
Hi, Nur Amira Shasha.
Hi,
How
sir,
many
sir.
states in Malaysia?
How many?
How many states in Malaysia?
Wait, we have 14.
14. Name the 14.
Okay, some of the state is Sabah, Sarawak, and then we have Perak, Negeri Sembilan, Selangor, wilayah Kuala Lumpur. We have Malaysia, Kelantan, Penang, Kedah. Another two is, another four is
Wilayah Putrajaya, wilayah Labuan.
wilayah Labuan,
Perlis.
Perlis.
Then there's 17 already.
Only 14, sir.
Yalah,
I
Kuala Lumpur, wilayah Labuan, wilayah Putrajaya. All that.
But there is only actually 3 federal territories.
Yeah, federal. There are federal territories.
Okay. Okay. You look at the term federal territories. Federal territories, no. So is federal territories is one of the state?
It's part of the state, but it's not a state.
No, it's not. Why? Okay, look at Malaysia consists of 13 states. All right? 13 states, not inclusive of federal territory. Because if you look at the term, it's called federal territory. Federal territory is not a state. All right? Those who come from, or those who are born in Kuala Lumpur after 1978, after 1974, they are stateless people. People like me. I was born in Kuala Lumpur in 1976. So I am one of those who are stateless people. Why? Because I was born in federal territory. So how this federal territory come into the picture? So now, if you look at the next slide, you look at the word Malaysian Federal Constitution. Okay, Malaysian Federal Constitution. Now, when all these 13 independent states, all right, they come together. Okay, they wanted to form a federation called Federation of Malaysia. All right. So when they come together to form a country, they need some sort of agreement, some sort like a contract. Because a contract, which we're going to learn later next week, a contract will tell you what is your rights and liabilities, what you can do, what you cannot do. Okay, because contract which bind two people together, same as all these 13 states. So these 13 states come together. They wanted, okay, now, look, we wanted to form a country called Malaysia. So where do we spell out our rights and liabilities? Where do we going to spell out what we cannot do, what we can do for our citizen? So they form a federal constitution. So federal constitution is basically a contract that bind all these 13 states together to form a country called Malaysia. All right. Then how come where is the federal territory come into the picture? So when they form a country, they need a place for administration, a place where they can put all the administration, right? So they need a place. So Selangor said, okay, you take lah that Kuala Lumpur as your federal territory. Meaning that federal territory Kuala Lumpur is a territory which belong to the federal. Okay, so federal territory of Kuala Lumpur, then later on Labuan, then after that Putrajaya is not a state. Okay, it's not a state. It's just a territory belongs to the federal. Okay, so Malaysia only have 13 states. All right, so you guys don't get it wrong, eh? Now, when you look at Malaysian Federal Constitution, okay, you look at the slide on Malaysian Federal Constitution, you see the emblem there. All right. Then under the emblem you have that, what do you call that? That tagline. Okay. The word now is tagline. It's in Malay, bersekutu bertambah mutu, and also in Jawi. Basically, it says that together we going to strive, or together we going forward. Right? Bersekutu means together. Bertambah mutu means advance. Okay, advance. So Malaysia Federal Constitution is the highest law of the land. No law can go beyond or can go against the Federal Constitution. All right. So under the Federal Constitution, it introduced the concept of government. Okay. So most of the time when we talk about government, okay, when we talk about government, we always think that it is the Prime Minister, the Cabinet. Well, you are some sort correct, but only half correct. Because government means it is inclusive of the Yang di-Tuan Agong or the King. The legislative means the Parliament. The executive, which is the Prime Minister and the Cabinet. And the judiciary, which is the court. So all these branches of the government is what we call the government. When I talk about government, I'm talking about the king, I'm talking about the legislative, I'm talking about the executive, and I'm talking about the judiciary, which is the court. All right. So government is not only the Prime Minister and the Cabinet, yeah. The government means all that branches of the government, all that 4 arms of the government. Now, why must we have that 4 branches of the law or 4 branches of the government? Umi Syuhada. Umi Syuhada. Umi.
Yes, sir.
Umi Syuhada.
Yeah.
Umi Syuhada.
Yes.
In opinion, why we have that 4 different components of government? In your opinion.
Sorry?
In your opinion, why do we have that 4 arms of the government? We have the king, we have the cabinet, we have the parliament, we have the court. Why?
To assist the country in laws.
Why 4? If to assist the country, then why not we have only the executive to run the country?
Because I think
We only have the prime minister to run the country.
Because we need other people's opinion.
Different opinion. You're right.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that? Why?
Deliberate that one.
Okay. Legislative is the parliament. Okay. Parliament will come up with the law. Okay. The executive will run the country, the administration of the country, and the judiciary is the court. So why you're right just now when you say that different opinion, but why we need the different opinion?
Nak tanya ke? Nak tanya ke?
Yalah, saya tanya soalan.
Wait, doctor.
The voice is not clear. It's breaking. There's
Voice.
echoing
My
in it.
voice. My voice. Is it my voice?
No, sir. I mean, Umi's voice, I think.
Oh, Umi's voice.
Hello,
Yeah.
doctor. Okay.
Yeah.
You mean judiciary, meaning court, and executive is the parliament, right?
Executive is the prime minister and the cabinet.
Okay, the executive cabinet, and the legislative is meaning parliament.
Legislative is the parliament. So who can help Umi?
I think the idea is that no one entity will have the absolute unlimited power. They have to divide the authority and the power over each other, and then they like observe and like they control each other to get the optimum outcome, like the optimum form
Correct.
of yeah.
Yeah. So the idea is to separate all the power to different part or different branches of the law or different branches of the government. Okay. Why? Because if you concentrate the power into one person, okay, there is a maxim, okay, under the law, or a saying under the law says that absolute power corrupt absolutely. Meaning, if the power is concentrated into one person or into one body, they have the tendency to be corrupt. They have the tendency to abuse the power. Okay, so that's why the idea is to separate the power to different part of the government, so there will be a check and balance. For example, the legislative or the parliament, they enacted a law. They come up with the law. Hey, can we stop for a while? There's an azan. Okay, so we stop for a while. Then we right?
Yes, sure.